Hello and welcome to Dr. VGP Talk Show. Hello and welcome to Dr. VGP Talk Show that reaches 42 million households, including 2 million households across North America. Today here we are at Belgaum, now known as Belagavi, in the state of Karnataka in the southern part of India. In this episode of Dr. VGP Talk Show, we are featuring an amazing, life-changing changemaker IPS officer, Indian Police Service officer, from the Karnataka cadre, born in Jharkhand, studied in Delhi School of Economics and taught geography, and then excelled and topped the Union Civil Service examination to join the Indian Police Service. He's an officer with a difference, an officer with a mission, an officer with a vision, an officer of integrity, an officer of passion, an officer of action. Watch this episode to learn about the significant milestones that Mr. VIKASH Kumar Vikash, IPS, the Inspector General of Police, Belagavi Range currently, who has left his footprints in each of his positions, be it serving the state of Karnataka as the Commissioner of Youth and Sports Welfare, or the Commissioner of Social Welfare, or the Managing Director, Mysore Sales International Limited, more recently, where he used his acumen in education to introduce discipline in the business world. In his police service, today he is the Inspector General of Police. Earlier, he had served as the Commissioner of the City of Bangalore, India, the Superintendent of Police in several districts, including Chicagoland, where he was responsible for combating the Naxals and bringing them back to the normal way of life. Sit back and view this endearing and enchanting episode of Dr. VGP Talk Show, featuring an amazing officer of vision, of courage, honesty, who has a burning desire to serve the people of Karnataka and continues to do so with zeal and enthusiasm. Welcome to Dr. VGP Talk Show that reaches 42 million households, including 2 million households across North America. Today, we have a trailblazing bureaucrat, someone you must know. An individual our executive producer describes as debonair, dedicated, dynamic, daring and dashing. Yes, his actions are in 3D, but he is now going to transform us into the world of 6D, which is yet to come. Meet an unique IPS officer of the Karnataka cadre, the first IPS officer to receive the JSA Pride of India in the whole of the country, India. Mr. VIKASH Kumar Vikash, IPS, the Inspector General of Police of the Belagavi Range in Karnataka state in India. Thank you so much, Mr. Vikash ji, for joining us today, and we are going to share your insights into your very amazing career so far. Every position you've held, whether it's in the administrative side or in the field, you have left your footprints. Tell us about your early childhood.
I belong to Bihar state, and subsequently during my early education career I joined Sainik School Tilaiya. That was a boon to me.
My God, getting into Sainik School is everybody's dream from 6th to 12th grade, I guess. It's very tough, the admission.
It was, but it was a good opportunity that I could make it and get through. Did my schooling from 6th to 12th, that is the PU, pre-university, from Sainik School Tilaiya. That time Bihar used to be a unified state. Bihar and Jharkhand were part of the same state. Having completed my education, I moved to Delhi, joined Delhi University and completed my graduation and subsequently masters from Delhi School of Economics.
You also had a teaching stint before you joined the Indian Police Service for teaching in the Delhi School of Economics.
No, I was a student of Delhi School of Economics.
Right.
I became a lecturer having completed my JRF. I became a JRF after my masters and then joined MPhil for further research. In the meantime, since I was a JRF, I was a qualified lecturer. So somehow destiny had something else in mind, and my motivation also was to join civil services.
Great. So right from your school days, you had this ambition of joining the civil services.
That was the advantage of being into Sainik School. So
yes,
you were aware and exposed of these good things, which are, future prospects that one can have. Accordingly, those things were a part of the mind and the plan. But plan also works when you get into the certain surrounding. When after having come to Delhi, when I joined my masters and became a part of Jubilee Hall, that famous institution, then I got into seriously thinking mode of getting into civil services.
An incredible story. You have made a success in every position you have held. A Jharkhand boy. Who would you attribute your molding you in your early childhood to come to such great heights?
My parents, of course, they were very, very clear what am I supposed to do, but at the same time, they let me free, gave me all possible freedom that made me responsible.
So what was your father, Mr. Prabhu Narayanan?
So he was in the state government department.
Okay.
He was looking after the revenue department, and he was in planning. Subsequently, at the time when he retired, he was a part of the planning in the commissionerate of Munger.
Oh, great. So VIKAS Kumar ji gives a lot of credit to his parents, Prabhu Narayanan and his mother Madhuri Devi, for what he has accomplished today and where he is going forward to. Sir, you held so many positions. You were also the Commissioner for Youth Welfare and Sports in the Department of Karnataka. In the police field, you were the Superintendent of Police in Chickmangalore district, another district. You were the City Police Commissioner for City of Bangalore.
Yes.
So tell us which police assignment you enjoyed the most and why.
That would be very difficult to tell which which was better than the other. I mean, in terms of course, what service has in offer for you. I would rather say whether it was police or non-police. For that matter, I also worked in state intelligence and in fact counter-intelligence. So that's most of the time in the background.
Being invisible, as you call it.
Yeah, of course. I can say with complete authentication and authority that we felt all the time. Every single job was completely different and gave you satisfaction to the core. So how it has to be dealt with is the question. So any new job when we take up, it is the core idea behind which, the whole setup is there, we have to understand. Having understood that, subsequently, it was a good opportunity and good experience everywhere. Every single place I have worked, I have had a wonderful stint of the feel that I still have till date.
So you had the passion and you gave the fullest to every opportunity, irrespective where it was.
Of course. That was my point. It's an opportunity. Understand it well and give your best.
Did you also have a role in the Anti-Naxal movement and the anti-terrorists? Share some of your
I was SP of Chickmangalore.
Okay.
2010 to 2012, beginning of 2012. So activities were seen around that area for last maybe more than a decade that time. So the whole planning was confined to the Western Ghats. There are 4 districts, 5 districts which were having this. Chickmangalore was one of those districts which was part of it. During that time, the whole set of officers, whether it was district administration, the police administration and some dedicated officers in the police, one good effort was made. As part of that, we could surrender 4 of those Naxals back to, motivating them to return to the normal life. Purpose behind was to ensure that this message reaches out to those who are outlawed. Those who are outlawed. So that they also have the faith in the government back.
That if they come back, they'll be rehabilitated in the society.
We will take care and ensure that the society treats them well.
With respect.
And making them understand they are part of the same society.
That's very important.
Yes.
Integrating them back.
And taking a step in the positive direction from both sides. So that had a very, positive impact. After that, many of them surrendered. And today, we are almost free of it.
Wow, that's it. That reveals that you're a personality. The usual police officers always wanting to enforce law, discipline. But I see here you have a passion, a person with a heart. And I think that's what must have made the Karnataka government to appoint you as Commissioner of Youth and Sports Welfare. What was one of your major achievements when you were Commissioner of Sports and Youth Welfare for Karnataka government?
Youth affairs and sports is a very, very interesting subject.
Absolutely.
Why? Because every single kid, who grows up, has to be a part of, either a part of, cultural development of that particular milieu, whether it is state or the country, or they have to be in sports to take care of their physical needs. Imagine Karnataka today is, if you compare with, other states, how they are faring. Karnataka is doing, the top bracket amongst those states like Maharashtra, like Haryana, Punjab, who are doing pretty well in sports.
In sports.
So there has to be some reason behind that. That means there has been a legacy here from the government to take care of it.
Giving sports a priority.
Giving sports a priority and opportunity for the kids, for the sports person to take them to a different level.
Absolutely.
So I was there, I could notice one thing, that the sports persons and the support system that the department or the government or administrative system needs to be giving to them was there but not organized. Like for that matter, the reward system itself was not.
For sportsmen, if you get an Olympic medal, national medal.
If they win something somewhere,
right.
So somebody will announce something.
Correct. But it is not implemented.
No, somebody will announce something that out of happiness and emotion. Of course, there's
no structure.
There is no structure to that. So I ensured that there is a structure to that. If somebody wins in the Olympics, somebody wins in the Asiad, somebody wins in the Commonwealth, for different rankings, or what will be the structure of the reward that they are going to get. And we detached it from the direct system.
Oh, that is very interesting.
Because we ensured that the department and the sports person has a direct link. And we used to have their details. If they won, for example, somewhere in Europe, so communication is on.
Yes.
In a particular
and you have it's all
it will go back to rewards will be transferred to them. If they need to be presented to the public. Sometimes we need because they are also the motivation to the general masses.
Absolutely.
So during those opportunities, if it is there, they were called to a forum and felicitation was done and check was presented. Otherwise, it would go straight away to their accounts. So we ensured that this hiccup that they might get as part of
excuse me.
So we ensured that they are taken out of that hiccup, so they are mentally free to focus on what they are meant for.
You said it so well. It's a very innovative step which you created so that will inspire the youth to achieve greater heights. Exactly. And I think your wonderful innings at the Department of Sports and Youth Welfare, you got to treat as next posting was Commissioner of Social Welfare, the whole underserved population of the state of Karnataka.
Yes.
And what did you do there in that stint which stands out?
Social welfare is a department which basically focuses on the communities which are more often than have-nots. So government is very, very particular about passing on the government benefits.
Absolutely.
Because it is a part of the government responsibility in a very serious way. So when I was there for close to 2.5 years, I remember. So my focus was very clear on education. I felt
you wanted the have-nots to have equal access to education and opportunities for the tribal children, the minority children.
So I was looking after social welfare. Social welfare here looks after the scheduled castes.
Oh,
so
Harjans
and tribal welfare department now has become different. That time
it was united one part of the social welfare department.
I mean, few things were linked, not everything, and minority is separate.
Okay.
Backward classes is separate. So when focus was on education, how to get them into a different zone altogether.
So equal opportunities for the scheduled caste children.
Exactly. Purpose was to ensure opportunities are provided to them. How do we know who is what until unless the opportunity is given to them in equal and fair manner?
I mean, education is the cornerstone of everything.
Absolutely.
Poverty elevation, everything comes back to education.
That's what I personally think. That's how I'm sure system also, the structured is that way only.
You initiated a pioneering scheme in that regard.
Correct. In social welfare, there are close to 2,000 hostels.
Yes.
Meant for these boys and girls. Then when we take responsibility of these kids away from their parents, we have to give the confidence to the parents that they are good here. Government is taking care of them very well.
Yes.
Not just from the education perspective, but
the
also
food,
from the perspective of your general health.
Absolutely.
Food, nutrition, general health. We ensured that those things are becoming part and parcel of the information system which is circulated also to the parents.
Oh.
For example, I will tell you. In the hostel, their dining area, it was covered by CCTV, and CCTV relays were going to, it was coming to the commissioner, that me, concerned officers, and to the parents.
So you had close monitoring system, and the parents had access to see what the students, their rewards were doing.
Access to that, and they are looking into it.
That's innovative. I don't think in any other state that happens.
Must be there. It's not. I can't say that it will. It must be there, but it's a good thing.
Very good thing
in the sense, it gives that confidence to the parent not to use their ears when they can use their eyes.
Absolutely.
So they can see their kids happy. Now, when we have given them their good health, good surrounding, it was the opportunity for good education. We ensured that all possible things should be done to enhance their confidence as in both education and in general life. We in fact organized for 60 boys and 60 girls one program to the base camp in Himalayas.
Wow.
Why for a boy and girl from a village in Karnataka somewhere to come out and see the Himalayas itself was
an experience.
No, not thought of.
Lifetime experience.
Lifetime experience. Purpose was we wanted to, and we selected and trained those people who were strong and healthy, because they were supposed to become ambassadors for others.
Yes.
Purpose was to showcase some hardship and let them know what is their limit.
Correct.
Because once they know what is their limit, then they will start taking up steps and venture outside.
Absolutely.
And that was circulated amongst all of them.
So it was an annual event?
It's an annual event.
Great. You also did a pioneering initiative to give these students an opportunity to study abroad.
Yes.
You created a corpus fund.
Yes.
And that's still continuing. It was initiated as
a part of the government of Karnataka scheme.
Right.
So
while you were Commissioner of Social Welfare.
When I was there, a new scheme was launched, which focused on foreign university education. That opportunity was provided to the students who are capable enough and meeting that standard. And it was decided to keep to top universities only across the world.
That's indeed really a path-breaking initiative, which is offering the poor students who would never have dreamt of an opportunity that you have created that. And I think we salute you, sir, for that
so
kind of path-breaking initiative.
Along with that, I would say, Dr. VGP, We also, already there was an existing system of preparation for civil services.
For IAS, IPS exams. Yes.
Yes. We made a small change. That was very, we felt very effective subsequently. We got them selected for who should be supported by the government through Karnataka Examination Authority.
Oh.
We didn't conduct the examination. We gave it to an agency which is meant for that, independent authority. And of the 650 students they selected, as per their choices, we sent them across to any part of the country, any institution they want to go to.
To go and
join and prepare. And it was done for 2 years in continuation, because the vagaries of this examination is such that during the first time, many of them, they just know what is the exact parameter, what is the exact boundary under which they have to prepare.
Exactly.
Sometimes it is the second time which is their golden time because of the non-awareness converting to awareness.
So what was the outcome out of the 650?
The result of that was we got 7 in civil services and 22 in the state services that year.
Incredible.
It was very good and it was very satisfying.
Great, it's fantastic. Now, you had a very successful innings as Managing Director of Mysore Sales International Limited. Tell us what Mysore Sales International Limited does and how did innovation did you create during your tenure there?
I am thankful to the higher administration first to give me this opportunity into diverse fields, including, as you said, sports. I mean, all are completely different.
Absolutely.
Sports on one side.
So that because your caliber, you've proven your caliber, and you're so grounded and so focused, and everywhere you went, you have transformed lives. Whether it's of the women, it's for the education, the youth, and now for the economic side.
Yes. So it was a transformation from sports administration, to
social
welfare administration. It's a welfare administration per se, and coming to pure business.
Correct.
Of course, my core is my police. I mean, most of my life I have been there only. So having come to business, the idea was completely to get into business.
Your whole philosophy changes.
Exactly.
Is to make money and profits for the government.
Yes.
And first you were trying to mold the youth and give and inspire sports youth to take up sports and promote sportsmen. Then you went on to welfare, education was the cornerstone, and now you're in the industry sector.
Yes, it was completely new.
For an IPS officer, of course, it's a rare opportunity, unheard of having this blend.
We don't think that way.
Yes.
So it is unheard of, as you said. But once the opportunity is there, then I had to think over.
You took like a fish to water.
I took my time for almost a month, I could say, and my officers also, they are aware. I did not give a single, opinion, or for that matter, any direction from my side, because I was a learner.
For the first month?
For almost a month or so, I was learning from them. I was trying to understand the nuances of business. So once I have understood, then it was on-the-job learning continued for me. So MSIL is a very, very, very versatile organization of Government of Karnataka.
What is the outlay for a 3,000 crores or?
Currently, it is in excess of 3,000 crore is the annual turnover. So when I joined that time, it was I think some 2,300 odd.
Okay.
So now when I left, it was 3,100.
Oh, great. So nearly 100 crore. You had brought it nearly from 2003 to 3,001, nearly 1,000 crores. Difference. 850 crores. It's a huge amount. It's an incredible huge amount.
So when I joined at that time, I think the profits were close to 35 to 45 crores. So when I left, it was 90 plus and touching 100. So
wow. So what are the different facets what takes place in the Mysore Sales International Limited?
Mysore Sales International Limited, as I said, it's a very versatile organization. Why versatile? Is that it can do business into any domain. Is the charter that it has. Because this company earlier belonged to Mysore Maharaja.
Oh,
the charter also is like that only.
Oh, okay.
So, very king type, very king-like. So, one of the major areas that it is currently into is retail liquor trade throughout the state of Karnataka. Wow,
that's a very important revenue segment for the state.
Exactly.
Very important.
And then another part is that chit funds.
Okay.
No.
Regulating chit funds or managing chit funds?
No, it is managing chit funds.
Chit funds, wow.
Not regulation. Regulation is always with the finance.
Funds. So it's
Now,
state-run
these
fixed
two
run.
are very important things to understand. Why government into these two things? Government is giving an opportunity to the public to understand very clearly. If you are getting cheated elsewhere, you will not get cheated here,
yeah.
for sure.
Absolutely.
So, this is an assurance of small savings turning something good for them in future. This is about a chit fund. As far as the liquor is concerned, is purely to ensure a control over sale of spurious liquor.
Liquor.
And cost control. If MSIL ensures from the government, the cost is kept balanced all the time.
Inflation is controlled, cost control.
Nobody will do black
no
marketing.
Spurious
No,
liquor.
no. I'm talking of black marketing.
Hoarding and
Hoarding,
stuff.
black marketing. Because it is available here for the
exactly.
cost. So they will not go elsewhere. So these are, a business which has also an angle of regulation.
And it's brilliant because it reaches out to the cross sections of the community.
Exactly. Regulation is hidden inside is the main key to this.
Yes.
Then we have got in MSIL there when I was paper and stationery is a very strong business which is there for a long time. And Lekhak is close to 50-year-old brand.
Wow.
Which is very, very famous. Anybody from Karnataka would know what Lekhak means. It is
the special paper.
Nobody's education has been complete without getting through the leaflet, that booklet of this Lekhak. So, other than that, of course, MSIL has this retail chain of Janaushadhi medical stores.
Pharma also. You have retail pharma chain.
Pharma also, and then tours and travels also.
Oh, you have a tour travel.
Tours and travels. Right. So basically, this is to ensure that one business, interconnects and supports each other. So
it's a great networking thing. And now today, as the IG of Belagavi Range, Belgaum Range, how many districts you have under your jurisdiction, Chief?
Currently, I am the Inspector General of Police of Belagavi Range. This range, is falling in the northern part of Karnataka. So it has got 5 districts: Belagavi, then your Bagalkot, Vijaypura. Earlier it was known as Bijapur.
Bijapur,
so it is Vijaypura. Then Gadag and Dharwad district.
Oh, Dharwad also. Very good.
So 5 districts.
What are your main challenges today you face in these 5 districts?
Policing, is a very dynamic thing. So
changes.
We cannot fix any challenge to be static to you.
Correct.
And when we brace ourselves to be ready,
meet the challenge.
For anything, and preparedness is in advance.
Yes.
So for most of the thing, which are established things, we will have an SOP, how
Standard
the system reacts to it. So other than that, we can always expect exigency or something new. For that, we are mentally prepared, and the system is always ready to face any kind of new challenges.
Are you doing something like called community policing? We involve the community to maintain law and order, to reduce crime, and to prevent violence.
See, community is the most important part as far as policing is concerned. I mean, how good we are with the community ensures the prevention of crime.
Yes.
And for that matter, subsequent to any crime that has been reported.
Yes.
So maintenance of law and order or anything. So, community, we always ensure that we are in touch in all possible ways, and we have different schemes depending on the area to involve them in all possible ways that they are comfortable with.
Do you have any police public sports?
Those things definitely keep on happening. Other than that, I would tell, in one district, they have started a new method.
Please tell us.
The whole 10-15 group of officers and staff, they'll go. See, earlier, normally 2-3 people will go.
Right.
Now I'm talking the bigger number goes.
15 goes.
And it's more for the purpose of, sharing and interaction for long term. Lot of things. When the people get comfortable, they talk to you. When they talk, lot of things come out. It is for their good. See, sometimes there can be a gap between our what we have to do or what we want to do for the public and what public expects from us.
Correct.
when there is a freedom in talk, that gap is known. When it is known, it can be reduced.
What do you think of cybercrime today? Is that an issue at all in your range?
Cybercrime is an issue throughout the world.
Well, correct.
I mean, we are definitely not away from it. Any hidden behavior of a person individually when he is visible to you, behavior of the same person when he is a part of the mob where he thinks that he is not visible,
Right.
is different. Now in the cyber world, they are completely obliterated if they are smart enough. So their behavior is completely different. Cyber crime is a challenge, and of course throughout the world there have been very, very serious efforts. Police department also has been improving itself every single day. So,
We hear of artificial intelligence today. That's the buzzword in the digital age. Do you think the artificial intelligence would have a place in the police force? Would it replace the policing, or how do you see the role of artificial intelligence in the police at district levels?
AI is already there as part of police.
What does it do? How does it?
For example, if you see the CCTV itself,
Yes.
if it is merged with AI, for certain signages and signals, you get certain kind of responses.
Right.
Many of the airports itself, has
Correct.
this AI system. So that is, slowly and gradually these things are only going to get to a different level. So that apart, slowly and gradually department is also embracing
Becoming more digital.
Of course, we have to, because the demands of the day are changing.
Everything is going online. If an FIR can be filed online in any of the station, or you're still in the old?
If you see 10 years back, these things were so foreign in understanding. Now it's a part of life. I mean, for Karnataka, which has embraced this long time back, so we are deeper into it. As far as replacement is concerned, I would see ultimately it has to be run with a brain which is not fixed.
Right.
AI is a fixed thing. Brain is a dynamic thing.
Very well said.
So
now, do you have refresher courses in computer training for your police personnel to keep them updated? And is the FIR still filed in hand, or it's online?
This is online. FIR is online here, and for a long time it is online here.
Right.
And as far as the refresher courses are concerned, so for officer down below to the rank of, constables also.
Oh,
so mid-career training programs are always on. We try and push a system from the top, also tries and push even the senior officers to get to be a part of some kind of training on, which affects the job positively.
Yes.
So some are very, very compulsory in nature. Some are, are there to enhance your capabilities, identifying yourself. When you are identified, I want to get into this, they do.
Will cyber security come under the police manifold or no? Or it's a separate department?
See, cyber crime comes under.
Yes, that's what I wanted to make. Yeah. Cyber security is corporate world. Would have.
So any kind of crime that is committed through the cyber world is a part of, again, police domain, because ultimately then police has to get into it.
So now, Vikas, as Inspector General of the Belagavi Range, what have you seen as the positive impact the police is doing in your 5 districts?
See, one of our major focus is to ensure a very, very close coordination with the public in general.
Okay.
Because we
are enhancing embracing the community.
Exactly. We want to ensure that there are no gaps between their anticipation and our delivery. So that there will always be a gap, but with effort we want to reduce the same, and at the same time go ahead and meet the expectations as much as possible. That is one part. Second thing is that building of teams. That's very, very important for any system. Any team is always much better
than a single force
equipped than anybody's individual brilliance. Team stays there for long. That is another aspect. So team building and meeting the expectations of the public, and understanding our core competence and understanding the requirement outside, which can be changing all the time
in a dynamic environment.
Yes.
So do you, in 5 years from now, do you see the modernization of the police force? There's a lot of opportunities, and it's going to continue to grow, the modernization in the digital world as well as in the logistics?
System has been very positive to these requirements. See, modernization has been there in police for last a decade or two on a very different level, very rapid level. So now there is a parallel system which runs to understand what are the requirements. They keep giving the feedback, and accordingly modernization is going on across the length and breadth of the country, including the state.
Yes. You gave us such an enlightening interview with us today, and thank you for being with us and explaining all the different facets and the significant milestones which you have created. And I think the Belagavi Range is in great hands under your leadership as Inspector General of Police. Concluding part of our interview is, if you're given an opportunity to take 3 people out for dinner from the past to present, who would those 3 people be? It's just for our viewers to get an insight into your magnificent, amazing brain to see who are your icons, who are your heroes.
There is nobody bigger than the parents.
Please.
Of course, I have got the 3 number within the family only.
Oh, good.
My parents, my mother is no more. So as you said, from the past, so immediately I can calculate there.
Right.
My father and my wife.
Okay, great. Wonderfully. So well said. You're a family-oriented person. Your wife is working and you have 2 children, 10 and 15.
Yes.
That's great. Thank you so much, Vikas ji. And the last question from us is, in 3 words, how would you describe yourself? You are all over. You're omnipotent, you're omnipresent, you're multifaceted, multitasking, and you're so focused, and we can see fire in your belly in serving every opportunity you get to excel, which is a rare feat. And yet you're so calm, you're so humble, you're so embracing and reaching out to the community. That's a rare personality, and your philosophy in life is such a wraparound of stuff. So if we would like you to describe yourself in 3 words.
Instead of 3 words, I'll take 3 sentences.
Okay, please.
Maybe otherwise it will be a test of,
Go ahead. We'd love to hear you, Chief.
See, I am a firm believer of the fact that we can help people educate, and it will change the generations. I mean, at least that family will be changed when they are educated. That is one thing. Another aspect is that I feel for every single person around us, me, you, everybody, when we are capable, we should extend that helping hand
to others.
And see to it that the third part, our capability is not confined and limited. We should push ourselves. Once we attain some level, we can always attain much higher also. Our domain also enhances after that.
Very well said. The Inspector General of Belgaum region, VIKASH Kumar Vikash IPS, describes himself, one, he feels education is the cornerstone, the pillar of success, and pursuing education at all levels and sharing education. And he describes himself as a very resourceful and helpful person. Not only achieving one's success and status is not enough, where you reach, but it doesn't mean anything unless you help others to reach that position and aim to reach high. And third is, continuously he's a learner. Like he said when he was in the industries as the Managing Director of Mysore Sales International Limited, he did not give any orders. It took 1 month to imbibe. And he says learning is an important part of one's personality and growth. I mean, Vikas ji, concluding with what message you'd like to give to our viewers today?
Life is a wonderful opportunity. That is what all of us, we understand in a very, very nice way, and for whatever life that we have lived. If we think about it, we understand immediately. Life provides us a lot of opportunity. When the opportunity is there, do something for yourself and ensure that the same thing is also translated in doing for others.
Thank you so much, Vikas ji, for joining us. You're such an unassuming person, a brilliant mind, amazing philosophy, and his action speaks louder than word in everything. And we still are fortunate Almighty that he has another decade and a half of service to the people of Karnataka and hopefully to the people of India and the people of the world. We are so happy to have you. It has been an extraordinary opportunity, and thank you for your time. And we learned so much about you, and we hope to see you again. And I'm sure in your career is just taking off.
Thank you.
There's lots more to come.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.